Hey guys, I don't know how to kill off Madara, gives him the other half of the Kyuubi Chakra. Kishi, are you just trolling at this point? So quite a number of things to talk about and digest with this chapter. While not as strong as last week's climactic craziness with Madara, we still have quite a few things to just go through with this chapter. And I'm just like, okay, a lot of little mysteries set up with this one. And huge what the fuck moments. For starters, Orochimaru looking like a dog running after a steak now that Sasuke is down, and you got that whole thing with Jugo thinking, well, he would want the body, he would want Sasuke's body, and while that would be what Kimimaro would want necessarily, that's not what Karin would want. And, I mean, at the end of the day, I think at this point knows while he wants to follow what Kimimaro would want, that's not right, and at the end of the day, Sasuke is who he's been protecting for this entire time. So, you have a small setup with Jugo possibly having this confliction of like, damn, do I stop this guy if he tries to absorb Sasuke or take Sasuke's body? A lot of people were predicting, okay, that's Kabuto that showed up in front of Sasuke. He's out of his Izanami days. He's going to come in. Shit is going to get real. However, the way they were describing it, like Karin was saying pretty much that she has a bad feeling regarding this chakra, and Orochimaru's asking her, do you know what that chakra is? Seeming as though he doesn't know what it is. So it's making me think, could that actually not be Kabuto? And if so, who would that be? Okay, people predicted Jiraiya. Why would she have a bad feeling about Jiraiya? Nah, it ain't him. People predicted Kabuto. Orochimaru seems skeptical as to who it even is. So, no, not Kabuto. So then who the hell could it be? Possibly an Edo Tensei zombie of somebody that we haven't seen yet. Again, because Kishimoto was keeping this person shadowed out for a reason. And Kabuto would have been a good reason, but unless Orochimaru's faking it and he's like, okay, I'm going to team up with Kabuto, this is how we're going to get this shit done. Yeah, it's kind of like he seems as though he's not quite sure of who this is. And again, this person has bad malice, has malice towards Sasuke seemingly. So I don't think Kabuto will return once again to be doing evil deeds and following Orochimaru because, I mean, at the end of the day, I think he had character development sort of with this Izanami. I think that should be character development where he shouldn't be stuck on the same modes. Of course, it could be that Kabuto is on one trip and Orochimaru thinks, yeah, I could totally control this dude still and he'll still follow me. So it could still be technically Kabuto, but I'm leaning more so towards possibly an Uchiha. Maybe it's a Edo Tensei zombie of Izuna. Maybe it's an Edo Tensei zombie of Shisui. I don't know. I highly doubt it's Itachi. I mean, at this point, after that beautiful farewell, it would be a bit troublesome to bring back Itachi and pointless. Like, no, if it's anybody, let it be somebody that we haven't seen before, or even Kabuto still. We get quite a bit of comedy with this chapter, which I was like, whoa, comedy in this one? Which some of the jokes actually felt like maybe a bit too soon. Like the whole 10-10 Neji joke is like, yeah, Neji, like, within this world, how long ago was it that he died? At the most, maybe like a day ago, half a day ago, and she's already cracking jokes like, Neji, you should have took me with you. I don't know, it just feels like a bit too inappropriate. Although I am glad we get to see some Rock Lee and Guy Sensei screen time, even if they do get chucked down by some ninja tools. And at first when I'm reading the chapter, I'm seeing these ninja tools fall into Tenten's lap that Madara spit out, which, by the way, why didn't Obito ever spit them out or try to use them at his disposal? Maybe he didn't know how. I was thinking, okay, Tenten's going to try to do something epic. It's actually going to be a Tenten's time to shine. I'll get to my theory regarding ninja tools in a bit. Not going to lie, a little bit disappointed that Guy and Lee are down for the count because I was hoping to get some epicness. Maybe Guy go 8 gates finally or some crazy shit. And it seems as though they're just going to be like, used as comedic tools, which is unfortunate because I was really hoping for some more epicness from them, and I don't think we're getting any of that, to be honest with you. If anything, we might get a cool moment with Tenten or something. Yes, with Tenten. I'm glad we got to see that the Moon Eye plan is still set up, the plant is still up there, so if Madara indeed wants to run off and quickly try to do it, it is still already set up there, and he has the tools to do it. To be honest, what is he waiting for at this point, if that is indeed his true goal? Emphasis on the words, if indeed. When I was first reading the chapter, I was thinking to myself, okay, why the hell are they struggling against Zetsu? And then I look more closely, okay, yeah, that's the Zetsu with Obito attached to it, so I guess it's using the powers that Obito still had, the Rinnegan and everything at its disposal, possibly, because, I mean, what else could it possibly be that the Zetsu is putting up such a fight against Minato, Kakashi, and then now it's going to be Kakashi and Gaara versus it, and I'm thinking, like, Why is this motherfucker putting up a fight? But again, he has Obito. Maybe he's, I don't know, powered up because of it. Now, the flashback with Minato and Kushina, I personally didn't think that it was necessary. It wasn't really like at this moment. Like, he tried to make this more so a chapter about a father. And if some of you don't know, I guess this was his memento to his father. And I'm talking about Kishimoto. His father recently passed. So while I personally wasn't a big fan of it, and I thought it was a bit unnecessary at the moment, I do, however, respect it because he just lost his father. And this is his way of, like, you know, I guess coping with it through the manga. And even the title is something along the lines of like a father's way or something like that. So I definitely respect it, and I can feel the sentimental value. Kishimoto was definitely putting his feelings into this one, and I could totally feel it. So I respect it in that regard, that this is, you know, a memento to his father. And in that aspect, it's like, okay, I get it. Now here's where I'm like, holy, what the fuck? What in the blue hell is Kishimoto thinking, powering up Madara even more with the other half of the Nine Tails chakra? Pretty much Minato was about to put it in, and wham! Madara comes in, 10-tailed out, you know, 10-tailed Jubied out, and he just comes in and takes the other half. So now he's going to be even stronger, which I still don't think he's 100% powered up right now, because I think B did what he did to Sasuke, and he cut off a piece and, like, jumped before he could die. That's why Kishimoto isn't emphasizing, like, yo, B just died as well. So he still isn't 100%, but I mean, he has both sides of the Nine Tails, the strongest of the, you know, the Biju, all 9 of them. So, like, at this point, it's like, he is beyond godlike. And it's like, to a certain degree, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like, how are you going to possibly defeat him now with a logical explanation? Like, what could possibly be logical of a defeat to him other than him possibly defeating himself? Like, deciding, you know what, I gained all the power, I got all the knowledge, and this is it. Like, that's the only thing I can think of at this point. How can you possibly defeat a god at this stature? Like, what are they going to possibly do? I do have a big theory on how Naruto is going to survive at this point, because now it's like, yo, his last shred of hope, the other half of the Nine Tails, Minato's contribution to his son, which it was kind of tragic in a way, and kind of an epic fail to a certain degree. Like, I'm gonna save my son. Oh, no, you not, motherfucker. And here's my theory. I think that 10-10, yes, 10 motherfucking 10 is going to come with those gourds, and I think that the chakra from the Ginkaku and Kinkaku brothers is going to be inserted into Naruto, and that's possibly how he's going to be saved. Maybe there's still a bit of Kyuubi in there. I don't know if that'll be of any help as far as, like, power-wise, but I think that's the only thing that could possibly save him at this point, because other than that, he's at the brink of death. Even if they start a fight with Madara and win, at some point, it's going to be a long and dragged out battle. He's the 10 Tails host at this point. He's the Jinchuuriki of godlike power, the fool. He's even stronger than what Obito was, and of course, he's Madara Uchiha, so he's like just godlike. So at this point, that's the only way I see Naruto surviving now. This whole Sasuke thing, who is the mysterious person, fuckloads of, at this point, I'm like, okay, Orochimaru is seemingly not aware of who this person is. He's asking Karin, do you know what that chakra is? The only thing I can think of is he's being fishy because he wants Sasuke's body immediately. You know, body, body, body. I love it. Ooh, body. Or it's something along the lines of he just doesn't know. And that's the case. If she's feeling bad about this chakra, it can't be Jiraiya. It can't be somebody that's good. It has to be somebody evil-natured, somebody just, with malice towards this person or malice towards this battlefield. And I'm thinking it could still be that person that was looking out for Madara all those years ago when he fought Hashirama. I'm going to keep saying there's a possibility there was someone there that day that saved his life. So overall with this chapter, a couple things that I felt like, the Minato flashback, while it was sentimental and I understand where it came from, wasn't really necessary for this particular chapter. Also, the whole comedy with Guy and Lee is kind of like, you bring them back and they don't get to do anything epic. They just become like jokes. And while we need some comedy desperately, because it's like just this most depressing war, you brought them back for a joke. Come on, bro. Like, let them do something epic. I'm just saying. I can't believe my fucking words, and I'm thinking, like, it's a possibility 10-10 might save the fucking day. Yes, 10-10. Both of her fans are gonna be super happy. Overall, a lot of questions. Not too much progression in this one. Just a lot of setups and questions and question after question. At the same time, it's making me think this could be very troublesome, giving Madara even more power at this point when he is already beyond God mode. What can possibly stop him? So, unless we come up with a very big solution and a very logical one, this could definitely get messy. But I'm hoping for the best. I mean, I love Madara. He's fucking owning. But at this point, it's like putting Goku Super Saiyan 3 versus Krillin in the beginning of DBZ, or Krillin for that matter. It just doesn't look like there's any way of winning. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, based on all the evidence I bring to you, do you think that it's still Kabuto? Do you think it's someone else, a reanimated person? That's where I'm leaning towards at this point. I don't think it's Kabuto unless Orochimaru is really being sneaky. Also, do you think that Naruto is going to be revived via the chakra from the Ginkaku, Kinkaku brothers, from the Sage's tools? You know, they're still in the gourd possibly. Also, that would also mean that Samui would have to be revived. I mean, at some point, are they just going to leave her in the fucking gourd? And overall, do you think it's a good or bad move that Madara just got the other half of the Kyuubi's chakra? Because, I mean, at this point, what could possibly stop him? So it's really making me worry that this could end up being some really like fucked up shit of how he's defeated if he has this godlike power, and what could rival it. At this point, it's not looking like it's going to be some hand-to-hand or battle one-on-one to defeat Madara. It's going to either be an onslaught of everyone coming together, or I don't even want to think of the worst. But we just gotta wait and see. I'm gonna give this one 7.5 out of 10. Good chapter, good setups. Things are getting me a little bit worried, and also that comedy was like, too soon for the Neji joke, bitch. I'm still getting over it. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you're just as worried as me as to how the hell all these things are gonna be settled, because the stakes have been raised even higher with this chapter. I'm Finette World, and as always, people, have an awesome day.